All right, and hello and welcome to our session of nitric oxide release training. This is our regular intermediate level class. We're going to be working here. We got our bands on. If you are utilizing your B3 bands as well, or any other types of our blood flow restriction training bands, we've already added air before we started this recording. So go ahead and add that air in, and then we're going to be starting down on the floor today. So when you're ready, go ahead and make your way down to the mat. We're going to be starting on our backs. Down nice and smooth. We're going to start with a short stretch. We're doing some bridge work after that. So drawing your shoulders back and down, feet flat on the ground. Go ahead and start by hugging both legs in towards your chest and a just gentle rock back and forth with our double kneaded chest here. Just waking up that low back a bit, loosening everything up. And then once you feel like everything's nice and loose there, we're going to set both feet on the ground, feet flat on the floor, about hip width apart. You can check in with your upper body, drawing those shoulders back and down underneath so you can have a nice broad chest position. See where we're at on time. We're going to place our palms face down on the floor. And then when you're ready, we're going to move into those bridges. So you're going to draw the hips and belly in towards your spine and then push to your feet and gradually start to raise those hips up, drawing your chin in towards your chest. Don't try to prove anything on that first couple of reps here. We're just warming up the hips. Draw the chin in as you raise those hips up. And we're really trying to squeeze that back side of the body and lowering them down and lowering them up. We're going to take another 30 seconds here. Find your own tempo. Look to not let the knees dive in as you lower those hips down. So you want to try to keep the knees pushing out throughout the whole movement. Very nice. Breathe out as you raise the hips and breathe in as they lower. Good. About one more time. You can add a little pause at the top of this last rep and then bringing it all the way down to the floor. Beautiful. Take a short pause. And then from there, we're going to go into our hollow practice. If you know that hollow position, I need to make a little bit more room so I can move out your body. Then you can follow me and we're going to go into that roll to a forearm plank. So first, let's establish that hollow position. You're going to lift your body up, pulling that spine towards the ground. You can bend the knees so it's not as challenging to start. And then anytime you need, you can rest back down. Now, if you've been practicing a lot of this position and you feel secure in it, then you can advance to the movement that we're going to practice next, where we're going to come up into this hollow position, and then we're going to roll over to one side of the body and come onto our forearms and our toes for a forearm plank. And then I roll on back, reestablishing that hollow position, pulling my belly in. I'm keeping the knees bent. And now I'm going to roll to the opposite side, rolling over, forearms down, and then raise up, coming into that plank position. And that's the motion. Coming back onto the spine, pull that belly in, and then rolling to your first side. Very good. We're going to take about another 15 seconds or so here. Try to get equal touches on both sides. Up and hold, down and rotate. One more time each direction. Good. When you finish both sides, equal times, meet me on your back. All right, now you can either repeat that double kneaded chest, or if you feel ready to go deeper into that twist, you'll go into that 2-knee twist where you bring both legs to one side and you turn your head, look over the other side, and then gently come across. Same thing other way. Our next exercise, and the final exercise of this series, is going to be a single leg glute bridge. If you don't quite yet have the hip stability to work on the single leg, then please stick with 2 legs working together. Otherwise, let's go ahead and start with both feet on the ground. You can readjust that upper body as needed. And then from here, let's start with your right leg. You'll raise that right leg up in the air with that left foot flat on the ground and the arms at the sides. You're going to push down through your arms, push that left foot, and then gently pulse the hips up and down through that single leg support. So really key here that the hips stay level as you work with this single leg. All the way down and all the way up. Try to get get back to my stopwatch. Up and down. Good. When you're ready, go ahead and switch legs. Same thing other side. I'm gonna come a little bit closer so I can see what's going on with those here live. All right, other leg. You choose. Nice, Sharon. Smart, Diane. Yep. There you go. Hips look great. Beautiful. Nice and level. Yep. And the closer you kind of pull that foot towards your hips, as long as you can keep a nice, strong contact, the better it's going to feel. Like you can really get those hamstrings to fire. All right, you're almost there. You got about 10 seconds left. I'll get a couple reps in myself. And 3, 2, 1, and take a little pause. So let's go ahead and come into a little happy baby position. Elbows on the insides of the knees, grabbing that outer legs, and a gentle opener for those inner thighs before we go back for round 2. All right, and as we go into round 2, we're gonna skip the bridge work because we're gonna focus on the single leg on round 2. And we're gonna start with the hollow again, the hollow roll to that forearm plank. So we'll start here in about 10 seconds. Readjust those shoulders. You can bring those arms up to overhead, soft bend in the knees. And here we go, lifting on up. You want to imagine you're flattening that low back into the ground. And if you feel strong, you can roll to those forearms coming up to that top of the plank. And then you return to your back, reestablish that hollow body. If you want more of a challenge, extend the legs, but make sure you don't lose the contact of your low back, and then roll it on over, lifting on up. Beautiful. Great practice here, rolling over off the back. Squeeze and hold. Continue to breathe. Good job. Once again, let me come a little closer. It's hard to see from where I'm at. About 20 seconds left. Beautiful plank position, Diane. Good, Sharon. Yep. And then taking it back, pull that belly in, low back draws in, and then roll across. Fantastic. All right, equal out what you've done on both sides. So if you roll to one side, try to balance out the other. And then for this next stretch, stay in the forearm position because we're going to come into child's position next. Big toes come together, knees walk wide, and you're going to reach your arms out and lower your hips back. Breathing into the back of the body. Wonderful. About 3 to 5 breaths into the back. And then we're going to return and we're going to finish out on the ground with our single leg glute bridge. This will be our last exercise on the floor. Gradually come back down. And then again, if you had trouble with the single leg, stick with the double leg. So both feet on the floor. Otherwise, bending the left knee, that left foot should be flat to the floor, right hand up in the air. Arms to the sides, your palms are down. And then when you're ready, here we go. Raise on up, lower on down. We take about 30 to 35 seconds on each side. Good stability through the hips. Breathe out as you raise up. Breathe in as you lower down. Wonderful. Let's get a couple more. And when you finish that second rep, go ahead and switch legs. Bend the right leg, press it flat, and extend that left. 2, 1, and here we go. Breathing out, pushing through. Nice work. Halfway through. Continue to keep your hips level. Bracing through that upper body, also pushing the backs, the arms, the palms, the hand to help that brace. Help create that strength. Final rep. Woo, and everybody rest. All right, let's roll it on over. We're going to come into down dog and make our way up to standing. So nice wide handprint, turn those toes under, drive those hips nice and high. And let's go about 5 times. I call it our down dog pulse, rocking onto your hands And then rocking back, really pushing through the heel of your hand. Breathe in as you rock forward. Breathe out as you rock back. Draw your chin in and invite your heart to come a little bit closer to your thighs. Beautiful. On this next one, stay back there and now stretch those calves, pedaling out your heels. Whew, legs are burning a bit. When you're ready, inchworm your way, making your way up to standing. We're gonna get ready for our second half. Nice work. Feel free to grab a quick drink of water as you come up to standing. We're gonna do one squat, a little bit of rotation through the hips, and then we're gonna get moving. Our first exercise is gonna be a half squat, but I want us to warm up that full range, kind of get ourselves to wake up those joints here. So with your feet about hip width apart, reach your arms out, bring your hips back, coming on down to the bottom of the squat. You can hold on to something as you need, and then drive tall, coming all the way back up. Beautiful. From here, circle the hips around 3 to 5 times in one direction and 3 to 5 times in the other direction. All right, we're working for reps today, which always makes me laugh because I tend to get a little bit off, but hey, it's good practice. And I'm going to give you a range of reps. So try to, when you choose your reps, especially when we're going to do some single leg exercises, please try to do a similar number of reps on each side. For the jumper step jacks, we're just moving and flowing, so it's okay if it varies from time to time. Our first exercise, if you want to hold a light weight, you can. We're going to go between 8 and 16 reps of our half squat with the front raise. So standing up nice and tall, feet in that squatting position. Whenever you're ready, we can begin. So it looks like this. We go into that half squat and raise that weight up, down and up, upwards of 16. Lower half would be somewhere around 8. Breathe in as you lower, breathe out as you stand tall. In between each exercise today, we're going to be doing some step or jump jacks for 10 to 20 reps. I'm going to put a couple more in here, these half squats with the front raise. I'm going to set the weight down, and then when you're ready, some step or jump jacks. 10 to 20. Good, I'm going to keep it to 10, so I'm going to show you what we're doing next. On the next exercise, it's going to be our stationary lunge. So you're going to step your left foot forward, lunging position. My feet are hip width apart, front foot is planted, and now you're going to bring that back knee down towards the ground, push through that front heel coming straight up. And you're between 8 and 12. Down and up, control. Notice that front heel is planted and that shin is vertical. So you don't want to let that knee shoot forward. Chest up, eyes looking straight ahead. And then after you finish your 8 to 12 here, you go back to your step and jump jacks for 10 to 20. 10, 11. This is my last one. And then we're back to the step or jump jacks in between legs. Woo! Very nice. All right, getting ready for the opposite leg, still in that stationary lunge. So nice long step. Make sure that front foot is nice and solid. Feet hip width apart and bringing that back knee down to the floor. You shouldn't have any pain as you do this, minus the burn of those muscles. But I don't want your joints to feel like they hurt. You can also hold this lunge position if the range of motion is a little bit too much. And I'm driving that heel. We're going for 8 to 12 here. And then guess what? We're back to our jump jacks, and that concludes the circuit. Woo! 10, 11, and there's my number 12. Hello, legs. All right, back to the step or jump jacks. We're gonna do that 2 more times through. All right, and remember our first exercise was that half squat with the front raise. So set your feet for that squat position, draw the belly in, and when you're ready, anywhere between 8 and 16. Pulling down, standing tall. Knees push out. Breathe through that burn. Back to your step or jump jacks after you finish. Here we go. So we're basically alternating legs and blood flow work. Good job. 10 to 20 on the step or jump jacks. And we're back to stationary lunge. Try to start with your non-dominant leg forward. Establish a nice strong position. And then when you're ready, between 8 and 12. I did 12 last time. I'm going for 10 this time. Whew, 'cause I'm really feeling that burn today. Good work. Eyes up. Heel planted. Back to those step or jump jacks. Woohoo! When you're feeling that burn, it's a good sign. That's when you're getting that really nice release of those hormones in your body. Some growth hormone, some nitric oxide. Beautiful. All right, same thing, second leg. Feet hip width apart. Nice long stance, chest up. And my rep was 10 last time. Good work, good positioning. Woo. It's the end of set 2. We've got one more after this. And to officially finish the step or jump jacks. Woo. All right, I'm gonna keep it more to 10 jump jacks for just sake of time. So we're back to our squat with the front raise. Couple minutes left. Draw the belly in between 8 and 16. Good. A little half squat. Woo. Smile and breathe. Beautiful. All right, staying focused here. Back to the step or jump jacks. Ten is my number on the jump jacks for this last round. Second to last set of the stationary lunge. Feet anchored down. I went 12, I went 10, and now I'm gonna go 8. Whew, heel planted, pushing away. If I wanted more of an effort here, I could hold a light weight, but I'm telling you, I don't need it right now. My body weight is challenged just enough. Maybe one more. All right, we got about 45 seconds, so we're gonna release that air. Let's finish these step jacks, jump jacks, and that opposite lunge. Whew, all righty, final stationary lunge. Good position, good focus. And we'll go 8 reps on this side. Whew. Beautiful. And number 8. Woohoo! All right. Let's finish those step and jump jacks, and then we'll release that air. There's 10, and another 10. Keep smiling, keep moving. And there's 20. All right, finish out what you have. When you're ready, press those little nozzles in. If you're wearing those bands, release that air. And let's walk it out and grab a drink. Great work, folks. Whew. And I didn't think it was going to be warm enough. It's warm enough. All right, once you grab a drink, if you want to balance somewhere, we're going to be doing a little bit of stretching. It's going to challenge your balance next. Starting with that quad stretch. Lift everything up. Lift through the belly, squeeze the shoulders back. Coming onto one foot. Nice soft bend in the knee. This quad stretch is going to be a really key stretch for you to utilize the next couple of days if you notice that your thighs are tired and tight. It's common after these sessions. Your muscles that you really fired up and used a lot might feel like they have some lactic acid, some soreness in there. Release that foot, same thing other side. Lift on up, draw those shoulders back. So stretching and movement, going out for a walk when you feel sore, really helps our body to flush it through our system. Staying tall, draw that shoulder back, release that leg, and let's, instead of our hip circles this time, think figure eights. Find that belly button, either hands on the hips, or you just imagine that you just flew into Hawaii and you got the little skirt on or the lei around your neck and you're just flowing to the rhythm. Good. And now try to trace that figure eight the other direction. Smile. Loosen up through those hips. Wonderful job. Woohoo. All right, from here, inner thigh stretch. And we're going to come down to the floor to do this. So you can slowly inchworm your way down, walking those hands out, coming down to hands and knees. Whenever you're supporting on your hands, really spread those fingers nice and wide. And from here, let's start with your right leg. You're going to kick that leg straight out to the side. Look to bring the sole of your foot flat to the ground. Take your left hand, gently reach across that right side, and then rock on back. Hips towards the heels. Head gently lowers down. Breathing out about 2 to 3 times. Then we're going to rock forward and do it twice more. So breathe in as you rock forward. Breathe out as you rock back. Pausing there for a couple more cycles of breathing. So you feel a nice opening on the inner thigh. Sometimes you'll also feel it along the lateral aspect of your shin. Breathing in as you rock forward. And final time on this side, lowering back and down, lowering that head down. Good. In between sides, let's do a little cat-cow mobility. So walk that leg in, hands back underneath the shoulders. And now you're going to breathe out as you draw the belly in, draw the chin to the chest, blow that air out, and then gently breathe in through the nose. Draw the shoulders down out of your ears, a soft, gentle arch of the lower spine. About 3 or 4 more times there. Try to sink it in with your own cycle of breathing. 3 to 4 seconds each direction. Good practice to pause the top and bottom of each breath. Very nice. And then when you're ready, same thing, opposite side. So you'll extend that other leg out. Turn the sole of the foot down towards your mat. If it's your left leg, left hand comes across the body towards the right. And then slowly rock the hip back towards the heels or singular heel. Lower that head down. Good, twice more. Breathe in, rocking forward. I'll show you from the side. And breathe out, rocking back. Forward and back. Fantastic. All righty. From here, we're going to finish up on our backs, moving into figure 4. So go ahead and return to your back. Kind of in the session where we started, but a little bit different stretch. So as you return to your back, you're going to take your right leg, draw it into the chest, and then lift that left leg up. You want to take the right foot onto that left thigh And then you're going to reach your right hand between the legs, left hand on the outside of the legs, and then pull that left thigh in towards the chest. Should feel a nice opening on the outer right hip. You can also think about taking your right foot and draw those toes of your right foot towards your knees. Kind of flex that foot back, or extend the foot back rather. And then from here, you can take your left leg, extend it straight up towards the sky, drawing the toes forward towards you. And now we're going to get that big old nerve in the back of that leg moving. We're going to point the toe towards the sky, draw it back towards your face, holding it there as you bend the knee back down and in. Go twice more there. Extend that leg, point the foot, drawing it back, bending it in. Pause down here, really get that opening on that outer right hip, and then once more up, point. Sometimes you'll feel a lot here, sometimes not so much. It really just depends upon the tension in that back of that leg. Release that side, same thing, other side. Cross the foot over and hug that leg in. This figure 4 stretch can also be done quite easily from seated. So if you're out somewhere or you're somewhere public, it's an easy stretch to do without making much of a commotion. Remember to pull that left foot, pull those toes towards your left knee. And then from there, we'll move that right leg. Wake up that sciatic nerve on that side. Toes pulled towards your face as you extend the knee. Point the foot towards the sky. Draw it back towards the face and then bend that knee down and in. 3 times total. And then just take note of your body. If you have a lot of tension in the back of the leg, maybe one side more than the other, try to have this sciatic nerve floss. You can even do it without the figure 4. Be part of your day to keep that big old nerve moving. You hear people will get those sciatica symptoms. A lot of times it's the nerve caught within the fascia and the tissue that surrounds the muscles and all the other structures that live in our leg. Those structures need to be able to slide and glide past one another. All righty, when you finish there, relax both legs down. And let's return to those windshield wipers. So walk your feet out, arms out to the sides, and then just nice and smooth. Lower the knees to one side. Sorry, we may not have actually done this in this class. I said return to that. That was the last class we started with these, I believe. All kind of blending together at the moment, but nonetheless, a little bit of internal and external rotation for your hips. Nice big breaths. And then when you finish there, you can extend both legs out, arms at the side, palms up, and let's just take a minute to ourselves. We've got some nice birds hanging out here. Just take a moment to let our bodies be still. Feel your body breathe. See, here's our chimes. Please don't get in a hurry. That concludes our time together for today. Remember, it's important to be still, just as important as it is to move. If you feel stressed and anxious, you can take some time to pause and feeling your body where it is, whether you're seated in the chair and you can feel your feet on the ground, or whether you can lie on your back. A way to practice being present and being here in the moment is just to feel in, tap into your body, try to drop out of your head, feel into your breath, because our breath is always there for us. And it's like one of the best ways that we can just help to calm our system down. When we reduce our stress, our body can heal, our body can recover. So that's one of the many reasons why it matters. All right, friends, stay happy, stay healthy. We'll see you soon.